Hi, my name is Trevor Mock, founder of the REIbrain.com, and this video lesson here is it was spurred on by some readers here a few weeks ago. I got a reader that emailed me. They were asking me what type of property management software I use to manage my rental properties and what property management software that might be good for them. So what I did was I went out and bought a few different softwares, worked with the companies to get them at a little discount, and I'm going to review one of them here for you, and I have a couple other videos. I'm going to review some other property management softwares for you, so you can look at the software, find out what's right for you, and make a good decision from there. So right here you can see I am on our home page at www.thereibrain.com. Let me hop on over to a Google page. And a lot of people, they type in when they're looking for their property management software. You might type in property management software. So that's what I did. I typed in property management software in Google here. Let's look through the first few results. I'm sure these are probably the more popular ones since they are at the top of the search rankings and get a little bit more traffic. So first one, property management software. Property management software for rentals and apartments. RentRight property management software. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, and I have looked at these sites before, so these aren't. This isn't the first time I've looked at these sites. RentRight looks like a very, very reputable type of software here for property management, and I was looking through it earlier. They do give you a free trial, so it's definitely worth taking that free trial just to try it out to see if it works for you. From what I've seen from RentRight, it's more of an advanced software. I would say if you have more than 20, 25, or 30 units, RentRight may be in your ballpark. If you have less than that many units, then a cheaper and more simple property management software will probably work for you. But anyhow, let's just go through this really quick. This one I believe is about $250. So we are not going to review this one right now. We'll wait to review this one in another video. Head on down to Landlord Max, easiest property management software, they say. Let's see. Okay, once again, website looks good. Very reputable looking company. And once again, they do have a free trial version you can try out for 30 days to see if you like it. Or if you do like it, you can buy it now. Theirs is in a moderate price range, $147. And I'm going to go over this one a little bit with you today. But the one that most people were asking about in the emails were right here. Number 3, property management software, Quicken Rental Property. Click on their site here. And I think a lot of people are going to this one because, of course, they're familiar with the Quicken products, familiar with the QuickBook products, and in other products that Intuit puts out. And they're just kind of comfortable with that name, and they know it's pretty well supported. So you click here, you see big old gray letters here, $99.99. So it's a little cheaper. Obviously, they kept it below that $100 mark. And this is the product that I'll review in depth for you right now. Show you everything that it does, everything that it doesn't do that I want it to do, whether it's right for you. And also, you notice it says $99.99. I was able to work out with Quicken for our viewers and readers a $10 discount. So if you watch this whole video, at the end of the video, I'll give you a special link and code to go to actually get your $10 discount, so you can get the software for $89.99 instead of $99.99. So that's not a huge discount, but hey, better than nothing. You can go out and buy a couple Starbucks coffees or something like that. So anyhow, Quicken Rental Property Manager 2.5 is their latest version. I actually bought this one myself right at the start of the year to see if I could plug it into my own rental properties to see if it worked. So I did buy this one, and I'll show you how it works. Anyhow, here we are. Here is the home page. Basically, actually, we'll go down here to Rent Center. Here's the main page for Quicken Rental Property Manager 2.5. The things I do like about Quicken Rental Property Manager are this software is extremely simple to use. It's probably one of the most simple softwares I've seen. It looks nice. I mean, I don't know if you really care whether the software looks nice or not, but hey, this software looks pretty nice. I mean, it has good little graphics here, easy to read, good nice colors, easy on the eyes. So if you care about that kind of stuff, this one may kind of nudge you in that direction. But anyhow, like I was saying, this is a very, very simple software. I would say this software is probably best for managing between 1 and 20 units. This will manage more units technically, but it just doesn't have some of the capabilities I would want for 20 plus units. But it really, really could capably manage 20, 50, 100, 200 units if you had something else to kind of help you out in reporting some of the things that this does not do for you. So anyhow, sorry if I sound like I'm shivering a bit. I'm actually outside on my deck. I probably should have went inside and did this, but I'm outside on my deck right now, and the wind started blowing. It's a little chilly, so bear with me a little bit. Today up here in Portland, it's the only day here this winter that has been sunny. So I'm kind of taking advantage of it, sitting out on my deck and enjoying the sun a little bit. Anyhow, here is the main page for the Quicken Rental Property Manager. You see I've entered in some property information. Here are some units. Here are some tenants, rent amount. It basically gives you a quick snapshot of your properties. If I were to have 2 properties, 3 properties, 4 properties in here, you'd of course see the addresses or the name of the property going down the line, and all those properties would be displayed right here. So basically, I just started plugging in this software into this property a couple weeks ago. So I haven't had time to update everything and get all of the rents in, get all the expenses in, that type of thing. But it is pretty functional right now, and it looks like it works pretty well. So right here, quick overview of the rent center. Once again, you have your property info, unit info, tenant info. Quick jump links right here. So if you want to look at a tenant's information, you click that. You go over all the tenants' information, their contact info, all that type of stuff. We'll get out of here because that's actually one of my tenants' info, and probably wouldn't want me giving that out to everybody. So once again, here is the rent amount, the date due, and let's go on over here to the right. January 2008. These are the rents for that unit. Click here, and it shows the entry that I made for this. So it shows the unit, the tenant, the rent amount, check, that type of thing. So let me cancel that out there, and makes it pretty easy. The first place I go when I use the software is to the rent center, and then if I need to enter a payment, let's say I need to enter a payment for 1979, click here, and then you can go right from there. It already has everything input in here with the property information, the unit information, the tenant, the date, which is today. It says it's applied to February 08 rent. You can change that if you want. Of course, the amount, all that snazzy stuff there, payment type, check, credit card, debit card, electronic, cash, pretty much every payment type that you could imagine. And then your little memo area here. And when you're done with that, you can click here to print a receipt, and it will bring up your printer and print that receipt for you right into Microsoft Word, it looks like. That's actually the first time I've done that, so that's kind of cool. It throws it right into Microsoft Word, so you can format it right there if you want, or just go ahead and print it out. So let me exit out of that. And then when you're done, click one of these, and then it'll get you right out of there. So I'm going to cancel that out. There we go. It just entered it in there. Anyhow, okay, so this is your main rent center. Once again, this is a very quick snapshot. You can go over the last 6 months or the last 12 months, whatever. Click your print button. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. The first thing you'll do when you get this software if you do. Once again, this is best for between 1 and 20 units. Very, very simple software, easy software to use, not hard at all. So if you're one of the people between 1 and 20 units, possibly even up to 30, this may be a good solution for you to keep track of your expenses, your income, that type of thing on your properties. So first thing you do when you get into this is you set up your properties. And you have all these top bars up here. You have your edit, properties, tenants, reports, those type of things. Click add properties. Goes through here. You can choose single family home, multi-unit building, condo, townhouse, duplex, triplex. And that basically is the type of the building. And then right here you can set up the different units. So in this particular case, this property, 1979, has 4 different units, and I customize what I call those units. Here's the location. So it's pretty simple when you add the properties. It's very, very easy to do. Doesn't take more than, I'd say, 2-3 minutes to do it at the max. So then once you add a property, it pops up over here on the left-hand bar. Very easy to track your properties then. If I was to have 2 or 3 or 4 properties in here, each one of those properties would be shown down the sidebar here. Since I only have one, this is the property shown. Okay, this is how easy it is to enter in information for your properties. What I would do, let's say I have an expense, I'm just going to call it a repair. I'm clicked on this property, you can see it's in the green highlight here. Big old buttons up here, enter expense. It's as easy as that, folks. Enter expense, let's say, okay, it already brings up this property. Let's say it is in 1977. Of course, the date, paid to, these are all the vendors that it automatically stores the vendors in there as you enter them. So next time when you pay to that same vendor, it brings it right up for you. But let's say paid to George Bush. George Bush did a little bit of work for us. Doing a repair. The repair cost us $999,000. So George's work is not very cheap, guys. Okay, George charges $999,000 for a little bit of work. Once again, it was a repair, as I said. So go through all these different accounting categories they have. And you can add your own categories right here just by clicking the add subcategory button. But it already has repairs in here for me, so I'll click repairs. If you accrued any mileage in your car during this repair, just go ahead and type that in there. Payment type, let's say I paid George with a check number 111. I do have the receipt because George was nice enough to send me a receipt. And repairs on a leaky faucet on 115. Okay, you can put anything you want here in the memo area. It's just for you to do what you want with. But anyhow, that's as simple as that. You click that, click enter, done. If you don't have any more expenses to enter, if you have more expenses to enter, click enter new. Click enter done, gives you the nice fancy cash register type sound there. And it puts it right here. So right here I have an accounting. I can just look at it very, very quickly, look at all the action that this property has had, expenses, any income that it's had, and that type of thing. So here we have, you can just go down the line, lock shop, a couple of rents that I received, paying the mortgage, and of course it puts your expenses right here, income right here. Very, very simple and quick to read this. Tax category, it has cleaning, deposit, refund, I mean, whatever you classify that as, that is what it places it under. And at the bottom, you have your, right here, you have your expenses. All the way down, it's tallied up there. So it looks like George kind of put me over the edge there. And My expenses for this month are $1,615,000, and my income is only $2,200. So it looks like George's repair cost me a ton of money. But anyhow, joking aside, this is very simple to use. Click on your property, you can see an instant snapshot of where that property is right now. Your year-to-date cash flow. If you keep up on all your expenses and income, that's an accurate accounting right there of your year-to-date cash flow, your income, expenses. So, guys, if you're looking for an extremely simple to use property management software that won't break the bank, if you have between 1 and 20 units, I'd say 30 to 50 units at the max, but 1 and 20 is what this is really made for, to me anyway. Then this software, I think, will do the job for you. So let's kind of explore a little bit more of this just to show you a good idea of what else the Quicken Rental Property Manager 2.5 can do for you. Shared Expenses tab. If you have more than one property, let's say I had entered 5 or 6 properties in here, and I had expenses that are shared over the properties, such as my administration staff, paying the admin staff to manage the properties, or paying my property manager a flat fee for the properties, or anything that cannot be attributed to one single property but is shared across all the properties. This is where you enter those expenses, and once again, it's the same thing as that last screen there. You have your expenses, your income, and your year-to-date cash flow across all the properties there. So kind of a cool little feature. Down to reports. Reports. This is one thing that I was somewhat disappointed in with the Quicken Rental Property Manager 2.5. I know this is their 3rd version of the software, and a lot of the users have been asking for more and more robust reports. And there still isn't a ton of reporting in this. I'd like to see some more reporting. Reporting that basically you can drill into any facet of your rental business and find out where you're at. I'll show you a different piece of software here later, and you can look at the more in-depth review of the other piece of software that has a ton of reports. Of course, you probably won't use all the reports, but some of them are extremely useful when you're looking at the performance of your property. So anyhow, right here we have the Reports tab. Once again, everything is really, really easy to get to. Click Reports. This pops up. You have your income and expense report, and you have a tax report. So I haven't explored the tax report yet. We can do that right here. But the income expense report is just like what it sounds like. Let's click the income and expense report. And you can differentiate between the properties. Once again, I only have the one property entered in here. But if you have multiple properties, you can click all properties and figure out your income and expense across all your properties, which is a pretty darn cool little feature, I think. Or just the one property. So we'll stick with the one property. You can pick your date range. Pretty standard type stuff here. Column by month, quarter. Once again, that's pretty standard stuff here. One nice feature that I do like is you can do it by unit to find out which units in your properties are maybe costing you the most. Then you should find out why they're costing you the most, and then nip it up the bud so you can cut the cost and increase your income. But here we go. I clicked unit. Up pops the report, and of course you can click the print button and it'll throw it into Word, I'm guessing, and you can print it out right there. But it's pretty simple. Income, you have your income, rent received, goes across each unit here, and you can click all these to go to that specific record if you wanted to. You can see the expenses. Once again, you can click on these to find out what that specific expense is, and tallies them all up down here at the bottom. So pretty cool report there. Once again, very simple report, and this is the type of report that I would do monthly, most likely. I would do a monthly report, put it in the file, find out where my property is going, how it's performing. If I spent too much that month in repairs, let's say, I need to find out why, so it doesn't happen again. But that's the main reporting function. And once again, if you have between 1 and 20 units, this is perfect for you. You usually don't need a whole lot more reporting than that, so this will do the job. Your tax report, and once again, I haven't taken a look at this, so let's take a look at it and see what it is. Okay, tax report. It looks like this is the report that you'll print off when you take your taxes to your tax man. Makes for a nice, clean, easy report for the tax preparer to read. Looks like it'll save them a lot of time, save you a lot of time, so that's a cool little feature also. Just go over this really quick. Income, you have your expenses, goes down the line, breaks them down between the different categories, which is awesome because the tax preparer will need the different categories, because the different categories, of course, are taxed in different ways and have different write-offs, so pretty cool. Pick your different tax year. Let's see what details does. Details, yeah, it's the exact same report, of course, different format, but it actually breaks it down by the specific tenant and the specific expenses and that type of thing. So once again, you can click the print button if you wanted to print it off. One thing I didn't go over yet was enter rent. It's the same thing as the expense screen. When you say you collect rents one day, you come right here. When you open up your software, this is where it takes you, and get your rents in front of you. Click enter rent. You throw all the correct information in there. Click enter done or enter new, and it puts right in there for you. So you can enter your rents and that type of thing for under 2-3 minutes at max per rent. So pretty simple. I think that's about it. You can back up your data, of course, export this to TurboTax, which is a kind of cool feature. Saves you a ton of time from inputting all that stuff yourself come tax time, if you do your taxes yourself. Let's see here. Let's look what else this puppy has to offer here. Add your properties once again. View income and expense ledger. That's this that I went over there with you before. Tenants. If you have a new tenant, you come up here, click Add Tenant. Let's do that right now. The tenant field is, once again, it's a pretty simple form here. Has your names. If it has another occupant, let's say it's a married couple or even a couple college buddies that are renting together, you can throw the other occupant in there. The contact info, car license, driver license, note fields, the property. If you have multiple properties, once again, pick the property, the unit, the date they moved in, lease term, all this nice stuff here, rent amount, rent due date, late fee, grace period, if any, security deposit. So this has most of the features that I would like to see. Once again, if I just owned a few units, this would be perfect for me, between 1 and 20. Like I said, this is perfect for. Since I own a little more than that, it doesn't quite have the features that I would want in a piece of software. But I will go over another piece of software with you. Check our blog at www.thereibrain.com, and then go up to the blog link and click on our blog, and you can find in there the reviews that we've done in these types of property software, property management software. Click cancel. Anyhow, that's the essence of Quicken Rental Property Manager 2.5. I hope that helped answer your questions for those readers that sent me in the questions. For viewers that didn't send me the question but are curious about a rental property management software, whether it's right for you or not, I'll end with this. Quicken Rental Property Manager is a 2.5 is a very, very good piece of software for somebody that's looking for simplicity, because this is very, very simple to use. It's very easy to use. There's nothing confusing about it. Anybody with basic computer skills can run this very easily. It doesn't take any type of extra skills. It's an all-around good piece of software for what it does. So, would I recommend this to people? Yes, I definitely would. Actually, I'm using it myself right now, just as a test run for the first few months, just to see how it goes for a couple of my properties, and then we'll go from there. But the bulk of the properties are on a different piece of more robust property management software. But once again, I would recommend this for people with units between 1 and 20 units. Perfect for you guys. Perfect for getting things done quickly. Perfect for having that reporting right there at your fingertips. This piece of software, one thing I did notice is it's not going to confuse you to the point where you feel like it's a burden to get into the software and enter your expenses and enter your rents. I found it very easy, and it's not a burden at all to do it. So if you're looking for a software that you want to stick with and that you don't get intimidated by, this is the software to get. That's about it. That about wraps it up. Pretty quick little review here. If you want to get the software, like I said, we did negotiate a $10 discount with our readers and viewers for the software, so you can pick it up for $89.99 rather than the $99 price that they're charging on their website. To get that $10 discount, follow the link at the end of this video. Just wait for this link and type it into your browser there, and it'll direct you right to the discount page that they've set up for us for the $89.99 price tag. So if you do want the $89.99 price tag, once again, stick on this video for about 15-20 more seconds to get that link, and then head on over there and make sure you purchase it through that link, or you won't get that discount. So once again, this is Trevor Mock with the REIbrain.com, bringing you this review on Quicken Rental Property Manager 2.5, and I hope it helped you out. I hope it helped you to make the right decision. If this one doesn't have the features you're looking for, head over to our site once again and look for the reviews on the more robust landlord and property manager softwares to find the right one for you. So once again, thank you, and I'll chat with you soon. Bye-bye.